Forward expression equals forward progression. We have to understand that you're either moving forward or going backwards. And so the more you can align with the best, most authentic version of you is the more you'll progress forward. When you truly align with the version of you who's the most authentic, who aligns with the highest of causalities, which is the positive and the powerful habits of which you express on the daily, we have to understand that this is the further you're going to progress forward. And so we have to understand that it's very fucking simple. Every cause has an effect. And the reason most people stagnate is because they have these tendencies to choose negative backward expressions. What does this mean? It's very fucking simple. When you have the ability to watch porn or to hit the gym and you choose porn, you take a fucking backstep. When you have the ability to quit your addiction and actually get on a fucking diet, when you have the ability to look in a fucking mirror and realize you're a bitch instead of lie yourself out of what the fuck you need to do to overcome the former version of yourself who is rotting you in stagnation as you decrease through time, as you compound yourself into the fucking trash can as a wayward individual. Very fucking simple. The more you can express yourself, the more you will progress if you're moving forward. So the expression is going to correlate to the trajectory of your life. If you express yourself in a rudimentary manner, well, you're going to be in a rudimentary existence. If you express yourself in a way where you're going to stay stuck in the same fucking level because you're not choosing to express yourself differently, you're not choosing to fiddle with the Rubik's Cube, you're simply giving up and staying on the same fucking spot, well, we have to understand that this is the highlight of your mediocrity and your low fucking character, your low level character. And so it's very fucking simple. Are you going to be the fucking individual to really align with that authentic self, the best version of you, the version of you that knows what is wrong and what is right, and not by petty indolences, but to truly look in the mirror with the disappointment of the accumulation of the late night jerk-offs and the vape and the weed and the stagnating on the video game when you could be building, prospering, and actually moving in a fucking direction with your life. You have to understand that you're either going to accumulate momentum through the forward expression of power. You have to understand that you can express power by demonstrating your mind and breaking it to your will instead of what your body wants immediately to be instantly gratified. You are demonstrating actual power. The definition of power is to be able to influence and to manipulate reality or others or yourself to a specific outcome. And so what we have to understand is that when you demonstrate power on yourself, this is the highest form of power. It's very fucking simple. The more power you express, the more it accumulates, the more you progress, and the more momentum you accumulate. Very fucking simple. Most of you guys complicate life, but it's as simple as the character that you create in and every fucking day. And so the reason you have all these fucking problems is because you're not the puzzle piece to fix it. You're not fitting in the fucking equation. You have to truly look at yourself and ask yourself, are you the causation of this fucking problem? And then you come to the conclusion that you might not be the direct causation of the problem, but the way your mind fits into the puzzle is causing friction. And so the goal of aligning with the most authentic, auspicious, and best version of self is to make the puzzle fit every fucking time and to master oneself, and then thus mastering reality by always having the ability to form into the right piece to fit in the puzzle without any fucking friction. You have to understand that you're going to go through life on the path of resistance, and you're going to stagnate in resistance, and you're going to have all these tensions that you don't want to exist within, or you're going to become the individual to actually solve the tensions by setting an intention to progress forward instead of remain stagnant. The main reason most of you guys are fucking punctured with suppressed emotions like rage, y'all throw bitch fits at literally nothing, you don't express yourself properly, you are the accumulation of suppressed emotions because you don't do shit to rid it. You have to understand that every time you pick up the porn, you are inducing guilt into your fucking consciousness. deep down, you know there's a version of you that would jump over the obstacle, complete it, and then climb the steps towards the goal. When you have no fucking goals, deep down, your soul knows you are failing at being the best version of you, and so you walk around with the title of failure. When you have no direction, when you have no trajectory, when you have no purpose, deep down in your soul, you know this. And so the suppressed emotion is not because Cindy pissed you off at work. It's because you lack something deep within you that you should be cultivating by building a character that reflects it. And so when you wake up and you demonstrate power and express it, well, you are building an individual you actually admire. Most of you guys have this suppressed emotion because who you see is not admirable. You don't admire yourself. And this is why you have to consistently show up for yourself at the highest level so you can build a foundation of personal admiration, which will build your confidence and then will allow you to move in a trajectory where you will take steps you wouldn't have took if you were a porn addict, vape addict, video game playing, cupcake, flower boy, bitch. Very fucking simple. You build the character you know you're going to admire by adhering to the difficult fucking habits that cultivate the high qualities within your existence. What you activate through the activity, through the endeavor, there's always going to be an internal quality fostered therein. When you watch porn, what internal qualities are you cultivating within your mind, and how is this expressing through your reality? Then you realize that the reason you're so fucking horny, so low level, and have zero discipline, willpower, or purpose is because you waste it and squander it on meaningless shit. And so you have to understand that if you're not going to be the driving force, and you're not going to be the momentum, if you're not going to be the rocket fuel for yourself to direct yourself to a position you actually would admire being in, you are going to be fucking stuck, and you will remain in that position until you die a floundering fish, bitch. And so every day, what the fuck is the core of the message? To understand that if you don't cultivate the character you need to cultivate, you will slowly decrease through time, and you will stagnate, and you will be coordinated to positions you don't want to exist in. And it's very fucking simple. The longer you wait, the more you procrastinate, the more you hesitate on taking the step you need to take, which is confronting the individual in the mirror, the longer and the harder it will be to garner the strength to actually take that step forward. And so are you going to remain in the quicksand, and are you going to be branded an existential bitch, or are you going to actually step the fuck up? Are you going to actually look in the fucking mirror, and are you going to realize that you are existential potential inhabiting a vessel, and you can direct your will to a purpose you believe is worthwhile to actually have an existence that fed purpose instead of distraction. When you have no fucking purpose, you're going to feed distraction, because distraction is going to distract you from the fact you are purposeless. When you have no purpose, your purpose will be devoiding the fact you have no purpose. And so the best thing to understand is that you need to do some shit fast before it's too late. Time is not infinite, and most of you guys pretend like your life is gonna last forever. And so if you don't have any fucking urgency, how the fuck are you gonna accumulate momentum and power with every step directed towards a trajectory you believe is worthwhile? If you believe that time is something that is not precious, well, you have to understand that you're not going to be taking steps with urgency. The actions you take is a direct correspondent to the value you have for life. And if you believe you're worth the Pornhub, if you believe you're worth the vape, and if you believe you're worth the video game and the self-hate, well, remain in it and burn, because you are a bitch. And there's nothing better than overcoming these low qualities. It's that fucking simple. Nothing too extra today. Just a clear fucking message to actually induce clarity into your confused brain that is distraught with cadences which you refuse to overcome, because you rather be validated for being a bitch than aligning with your authentic, most auspicious, best version of self. It's that fucking simple. Peace.